Good, brilliant morning. Wow. Crack you open, right? Whew. I was telling my wife last night that I was going to do the welcome and affirmation of truth this morning. She said, you know, you tend to get a little long-winded and over-explain everything. And so people like it short and simple. So welcome, good morning, and we're glad you're all here. That doesn't work for me. Simple and short is not in my wheelhouse. Not at all. You know, something really special happens for me every time I come in this room. And today's a great example of that. And that is I just get cracked open, you know, and the vibrational energy I certainly take with me all week long. And I feel it. But coming here on a Sunday morning and walking in, it's like you listen to that radio station all week long that you love, and then every now and then one of your favorite songs comes on, right? And it's just the need to crank up the volume. Well, walking in here is like cranking up that volume, right? And it just becomes so intense. And, you know, a couple of weeks ago, actually it's been a couple of months ago, I came in and got cracked open. I sat here, I never got out of my seat, and the well opened up. Man, I just cried. I just couldn't stop crying, and I didn't know why. You know, it was a rough week. Life's always kind of been in session here and there, but the week was not exceptional. There was not one special thing that cracked me open, but I cracked right open, and I couldn't stop, and I couldn't turn it off. And angels from the back row, dressed in women's clothing, came down and just sat with me. And it was so amazing because I didn't have to reach out, didn't have to say anything to anyone. I was curled up in my little ball there in my chair. And they just put their heads on my shoulders and just sat with me. And just sat. And I know Adam knows that very well, too, because he went through that a couple months ago. And that's what this community is. This is such a powerful, powerful community and a room full of love. And for those of you watching, you know, there's times I'm not here and present, and I'm on Facebook watching as well. And the energy flows through. There's no stop to that vibrational energy. So I wanted to take a moment to really thank you all for truly, truly showing up. And whether you're a big voice here or a little voice, your vibrational energy is powerful. There is not one person here who doesn't add to that energy. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. In a moment, I'm going to do the affirmation of truth. The affirmation of truth is powerful for me. Right? It is that favorite song on my mixtape, right? That I pop into my Sony Walkman, for those of you that don't know and have your MP3 files. You know, that's our old mixtapes. But this is my go-to. When I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm not able to quiet my mind and I can't go back to sleep, I go here. And I go here because there's so much here. And I'm an attorney by day. And so, of course, I always have to unpack words. I unpack the Lord's Prayer, I unpack all the prayers. And I used to not believe that repetitive prayer made sense. You know, I grew up Catholic and didn't understand how you say a prayer, God hears you. When you repeat it, you're acting like he doesn't hear you, and you're just, you know, you're saying you're not there. And so I never understood that. And as I got older, I realized repetitive prayer is more of a way of meditation. Right? The Hail Mary is a great, if you're Catholic, for Catholics, it's a great meditation. It's just repetitive prayer. So for me, this is one of my repetitive prayers when I wake up in the middle of the night. And it's really interesting. The affirmation of truth is really summarized in the first two words. I am. And they're all caps. It's not a text message yelling at you, right? We all hear that, right? It is the I am. In the metaphysical sense, the I am is the spiritual self as opposed to the physical self, right? It is God's will. It's the spirit will. God is I am, and we as his offspring, his created in his image and likeness. We too are the I am. And so it starts with I am, a divine expression of love. What's another word for God? Love, right? So you are a divine expression. And the other nice thing about the I am is it's I am. It's not you will be, you could be, you might be, you were yesterday, but rough night, you're not today. The I am is you are now, each and every one of you. And that's the second line, a recognition that, you know, I am aware of the presence and spirit in all things. That means you too. Not just me, I am, you too are included. And then the third line goes on and recognizes that we together have a purpose and we're divinely connected, right? If we study proper paragraph structure, right? We always have to have the thesis statement. The thesis is the I am. And the last expression is the conclusion of it all, right? It just repeats everything. It starts with I am. That's the first line. You are. That's the second line. We are reflections of perfection. So if you are ready to crank up the volume and get the energy flowing today, will you stand with me and recite our affirmation of truth? Look around the room. Look at all these beautiful souls. Wow. Together, I am the divine expression of love. I am aware of the presence of spirit in all things. I believe in my divine good and the powerful promise that connects us all. I live consciously and commit to being a light wherever I am. I am, you are, and we are reflections of perfection.